Hello everyone, I'm so happy to be here today. I wanted to share with you about the EV credit for the cars. This is one of those things that I get questioned all the time, especially toward this time of the year, that they keep asking me that, well, Kurosh, we want to go buy an electric vehicle. We've heard there is some credits, there is some tax incentives out there. Our salesman is telling us this, is telling us that. So what do you think? So I'm here to actually clarify on what this thing is all about, what this EV tax credit is all about. There's a lot of confusion out there. So hopefully by summarizing what needs to be done, you can actually have clarification as whether or not you qualify for this beautiful tax credit that is out there as a result of the Inflation Reduction Act, also known as the IRA. Pretty much the tax credit we are talking about is $7,500, but not everybody is going to qualify. There is some income issues involved, some limitations involved, where the car is manufactured, where the battery is actually done, so all sorts of things. Let me make it very simple. If you are married, filing jointly with your wife or spouse or partner, and you make over $300,000, you will not qualify for the $7,500 tax credit. If you are single and you make $150,000 or more, you will not qualify for that tax credit. So that pretty much should tell you whether you qualify or you don't qualify. But let's say you qualify. Let's say you do file married, filing jointly, and you make less than $300,000, or you are single and you make less than $150,000. What is that credit? That credit is $7,500. It used to be that you could use that $7,500 against your tax liability. What does that mean? It means that if you owed Uncle Sam $7,500, you could take this credit and offset that $7,500. The IRA, the Inflation Reduction Act, changed that. They said if you cannot use all of that credit, you can carry it over to the future years. So that means you don't lose it at all. Not at all. You don't lose it. Now, what are the requirements for the cars that you have to have? Not every car qualifies. Well, first of all, the car has to be manufactured in the US. The battery has to be manufactured in the US. The minerals that are generated to build that battery have to be done in the US. The battery capacity has to be at least 7 kilowatts. The car cannot be over $80,000 if it is a pickup truck or SUV, or if it is a sedan, it cannot be over $55,000. So these are the limitations that you have for this Inflation Reduction Act and the EV tax credit. So some people are gonna say, you know what, we make too much money, we don't get this credit, what are we gonna do? Now here's the good thing about it. You can lease a car that is an EV through the dealer, and that $7,500 can get passed to the dealer. So what does that mean? The law said because the dealers are in the business of selling cars or leasing cars, the EV tax credit can be categorized for a commercial vehicle because the dealers are in that business. So what does that mean again? I go to the dealer and I say, listen, I don't qualify for that EV credit, but I know you leasing it to me, you will qualify for that $7,500 credit. What can you do for me? So the dealer tells me, he says, you know what? Why don't you lease the car? I get the $7,500. I'm going to treat that $7,500 credits that I'm going to get because I'm leasing you the car as either a down payment or reduce your monthly lease payments. So that's one of the ways to get around it. Now keep that in mind that you have to use this car yourself, and it is not for resale purposes, and it has to be used in the US. Now, some people say, well, you know what? There are plenty of Teslas and Bolts and BMWs out there that used to be EV, but they are used. I don't want to spend $80,000 or $55,000. Pretty much, what can I do in there? The law says you can still go ahead and buy those cars, second-hand cars, and get up to $4,000 credit. However, here's the catch. The person who sells you that car should not have applied for that credit when he or she bought the car originally. So if that person got the credit, you don't qualify for the $4,000 credit. Now, how can you check whether that person actually received that credit or not? Department of Energy, believe it or not, has a tool that you can use and put the VIN number of the car and put the information on that car and see if that person received that credit or didn't receive the credit. So this is pretty much a summary of what the EV tax credit is, whether you qualify or not. You have till year 2032 to make up your mind to buy this car or not to buy this car. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope you all go get your cars and ride next to the ocean and enjoy the ride. I hope to see you soon.